Hey guys, and welcome again to today's episode. It's episode 20 here on Takaoka Island and me, Ben, playing City Skylines 2. I'm very glad to be back for this episode. I have a couple of thoughts from the previous episode that I probably want to tackle because we do have some, let's call them blind spots or empty spots here that I want to fill. I also want to make sure that this here looks way more reasonable in the long run with the beginning of the industrial area here. But since we do have our harbor here, it's kind of a challenge to make this happen properly. In the last episode, I built this farming area without a lot of success, I would say, because I'm still not getting the according resources into my town due to the fact that most of the farms are actually not occupied, even in this district here. Many of them, like, they're not in use. As you can see, well, this one has employees, this one has employees. Maybe it was just a problem in my last game. I don't know. Oh, let me check that quickly, because I thought... No, it does have employees. This also has employees. So maybe it was something in my last episode. So I do get a surplus here. Maybe also there. A tiny bit of surplus. So I need to produce more chicken. And more oil, more ore. Well, that's something that can probably be solved quite quickly. So what I'm doing right now, before I'm beginning with anything else, and I'm sorry about the short delay here, is placing down a chicken farm that I want to use for this area here, as that is kind of okay. I'm just closing in here, distance too long, but that's not the issue. It's a problem that I'm out of bounds. So how many? It's 14 tons, 14.1. So this almost covers up for whatever is left there. And where else do I have another spot? Probably over here. There could be another spot of me getting a few chicken coops in. That's pretty good here. Oh, that's a bad terrain choice. That's a really bad terrain choice. No, I guess I gotta delete this because that's too unreasonable. Maybe we do have another spot over there. So here, another chicken farm that could be utilized for my livestock food production. It's so sad that we don't have like real farms yet. And on the other hand, it's really interesting because we do have, I think if I remember correctly, I got one of the bigger major industrial buildings in the middle of the last episode. So it was unlocked for me to be settled down. But I don't know whether... So that produces livestock 1 ton. Why am I still having a deficit here? Just let me check that. 16 tons deficit, so that's not producing a lot yet, but hopefully that changes things. So what I received in the last episode. Maybe that's something I can also incorporate into that industrial area, because I somehow want to fill that space here in between. And I have to check my industrial building. So what I got is a dairy house and a switch on. So maybe I gotta establish this dairy house in that area here. But right now it could only fit in there. But maybe that's something we gotta work on. So what I'll do first, and this is basically leveling that area, quite a big batch of it. And then I also want to make sure that my train line, the trains, double tracks, that they have key walls here. I need to switch that to this area here and then slightly move it Why is this so off? Okay, is there another node in here? Yeah, probably that could work. Yeah, it's a key wall that's not too bad. And I also want to ensure that I'm not making any mistakes the next time I'm placing something. So there's nothing perfect. So what I'm going to use now is the signature building, the dairy house. And this will end up being located right next to this key area, to this key wall. So it's back to back here with my train line, which isn't too bad after all. Then I'm doing some landscaping here, softening the terrain slightly so it looks better and a bit more reasonable. What about this here? This also has a key wall now on two sides. That's fine. We can use that. So is that having enough employees? Yes, lots of efficiency, industrial efficiency +2 citywide, export profit citywide +2. That's amazing. And let me check. Switch on. Such a huge building. What does it produce? Okay, electric consumer goods, basically. Is this something you want to see here next to the highway? Maybe. I could also place it here by cutting a little bit more into the thing here, into the mountain. There's something more reasonable happening here. Should I orient it that way? Maybe. But not underneath the power lines. Occasionally it's quite hard for me to decide on things like that. Or that empty lot. That doesn't look too bad. Placing it close next to the highway. Or maybe here. That's also occupied by the... I'm pausing the game quickly. I just don't want to make any mistakes here. replacing down this building. So I do have a new chemical plant now. This is almost as big as the other one, but I won't build that right now. So this will be moved over there. That will be moved over here. This will be moved closer to the road. And let's just move it. Maybe like that for now. Now you also need a road connection, of course, and I do want to establish that with a... Is it okay to have a 2-lane road only? Maybe let's take a 2-lane one-way. Wrong direction, I know that, but sometimes I just build on that in a way that it really makes sense. And we do need some industrial jumps here as well. So I want to establish some warehouses. I recently learned that if you're patient and you try, or you want to try getting some warehouses in without too many chimneys, it would make sense to create either 2x3 or I guess 2x4 lots. Now maybe only 2x3. And then using the trick of having a pavement here, a temporary one, then deleting it. And hopefully that worked out in this case. Maybe also some empty lot would make sense to have that. And to create this, I'm using a new surface here. Concrete. And I'm establishing that all the way up to that corner. To create a bit of variation. I'm also sparing out some of the original textures. Not filling up all of these squares, just a few of them. And then I need some dumpsters for decoration and some other props, so I'll do that quickly and I'll be back for you in a few minutes. So let me thank you here already for following me on my channel. I really appreciate you spending the time watching my videos along the way. Thank you. So I didn't spend a lot of time on this one, but it makes things look different right from the start. As soon as you start doing this, it can be really helpful with putting some more or bringing some more realism into the newly built area that you just established. And with that, I also want to establish a few more warehouses here. And then I obviously need some different texture to make this work and look a bit more coherent. And it's almost, I would like to say, as simple as that, just with a few decorations and a few modifications to your assets and your props that you're putting into this area. It totally looks different. Like it's no longer the standard built area that you usually get out of City Skylines 2. And it simply looks way better. It's still not perfect because that area needs to be filled. I could be building a parking lot here, a bigger one. Potentially, maybe that's something for the near future to serve up some space for the employees, just to be able to come here, work from there, easily commute from downtown to over there. So here we do have some traffic issues, but now let's take a look at the bigger picture, because I want to create a kind of a transition. I wanted to create something here, I guess, as far as I remember, because that initial half island looks absolutely interesting. The thing is, we don't have any like water flowing here as far as I can tell. So I need to make sure that, like, probably with a smaller size, we get from here to there and have still some water flowing, which is perfect for that area. So what could I be creating here? It's kind of a separated island. It does have this more or less ugly highway running through it. So I'm just thinking what my citizens would still prefer to live in, but on the other hand have not such a long, like there is a lot of commercial already. Well, let's start with a road layout maybe first. So I'll pick that, it's an alley probably, and extend it to maybe just right about here. Could also be building another bridge here, a small one, but that's something for a later point, I guess. And from here, trying to move things to down here, then probably build a bridge. To a spot over there. Let me see. So I'm quickly deactivating all the snapping here, just to get the right angle in. Okay, and that didn't build a bridge, it built something totally different. So let's change that into an elevated network, so that the river still flows freely here. And then there we can move things out just by a tiny bit. Oh, maybe I should have some footpath here. Alongside the river. So I'll do that. I'll quickly build the footpath from probably over here. Following the flow of the river. And then maybe ending up at that spot. Good, and I'll do some modifications to the riverside of things. So I'll be back for you in a bit again, doing some fast forward, some time lapse here while I'm building this. Ah, the burning trash can. That's amazing. I never realized that there is a burning trash. Oh, and is there a homeless guy? Oh, come on. Really? Are they already homeless? Residents, attractive noise pollution. Good question. Homeless encampment, basketball court. Oh, come on. Don't establish yourself here. That's where people want to play and not like live in your mess here. Oh, please. As soon as I popped that in, the homeless immediately appeared. That's a bit sad. Well, however, I gotta do something about the homeless, I guess. But for now, I'm trying to establish a few more parking zones here. Yeah. Okay, no wonder they have a burning trash can. I totally get it. And I imagine that this district has been built by the same architect. So he placed all the the same benches around this whole thing. Just wondering whether there are any plant pots. Let's see. Oh, okay. Not too bad either. Oh, there is some trash piling up. This is so nice to see. Like, as soon as people start living here, trash is piling up since it hasn't been picked yet. It's really beautiful. Almost as realistic as it can get in a game. So that area filled up, and it also like merges in quite nicely here. Using the recolor mod here just to create a different look and feel to it. wondering. That doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything either. Okay, maybe there is some issue now with the recoloring mod. I don't know. Or I simply can't recolor this building. Or probably it doesn't work after all. Yeah, I guess not for these buildings. Maybe. And then I'm continuing to build some more northeast and southwest in medium density row housing, probably along this stretch here. So that area as a new establishment begins slowly to form into something really nice here. I'm just trying to fill up the gaps while I'm building stuff. Here I also need probably some more parking lots along the way, but that's... I wish there was a long parking lot thingy instead of only a wide. Maybe something like this here. Let me check and see whether that works. Yeah, that would work. That's fine. That's not too bad. Yeah, and for an area like this, I also want to create something like a park here in the long run. But not in this episode, probably. And let's create a little Chinatown here. Why not? Having some Chinese buildings. With the Dragon Gate asset, I'm just wondering whether I can build it right away. Let me check. Let me see. No, I guess I can't. I thought that there was an asset that looked a bit more like Chinese. So by now, I think this area filled up quite nicely. Still not finished. I could do some decoration here and there. Probably I'm plotting some trees in for now to cover up for some of the like undone things here, and to keep it a bit more southwestern US themed in that area. I just want to make sure that I'm also dropping in a few more palm trees and keeping the whole area a little bit greener. But so far, I think, or at least I feel that this turned out quite nicely, especially with the gaps in between that would allow me to build build something like a few park areas, and that's something I'm going to define here pretty quickly to ensure that people really recognize that this is kind of a park area in between those houses, that they feel more comfortable like settling here and enjoying the leisure time and whatnot. I don't know whether this has really any impact yet on the game itself, so that it recognizes this as a park. I haven't experienced that yet, but hopefully, like with or by using this feature, I hope this becomes a more solid option to increase the park areas in cities along the way. Either way, I'm going to decorate that. I'm making sure that this looks nice and does well. I also like the skate park asset is really nice here. Just like the hatch around it, so that's something I'm going to delete now, because then it's a bit more free, more like a free space. But then I also pick up the fence here. Did I pick up the correct one? Let me see. Now it should work. Just wondering. Yeah, I think this should be an area for skaters only, for skateboarders and skaters, so that they have fun in some place in the city here in that area that allows them to enjoy their time here. And it's more like a secluded area, which also makes this a bit nicer along the way, I believe. So, and for that, I'm going to delete this fence here as well. Then setting up that industrial fence to like over here, and then it should be all fine and good for now. So that looks pretty nice here. I need to establish something in between there. It's hard sometimes to build houses in a good way so that it looks more like established and set up here. Just picking that house, and maybe I can place another one right next to it. So let me see whether I can plot that in here. It's a bit maybe a bit tight here. Still, that should look good enough. And it's the same house type as the other one. And this one can sit right there. Just trying to squeeze in a few more houses here. Because it totally makes sense, like for us having more buildings in that area, especially residential buildings. And there the highway is slightly too low. It sticks out of the house. That's not good, not what we wanted. I need to raise this here, and this here. That. And this here. Slightly increasing the height of it. And for those, I'm also going to slightly increase their height. Where do we go with that? Oh, there's another node in the middle. Yeah, that looks way better. It comes in high, but this allows us to set up some houses here underneath, and maybe we can fit in a few row houses here. So let's see, in the southwest. Yeah, maybe not, but a few houses below the highway is still okay. And also this here. Oh yeah, that's nice, because I need this kind of the space here, and I just want to move things so that people can access the house better. Tight corner here, but I believe we can move things around so that it works for all of them. Perfect. So what I didn't focus on necessarily this time while building here on Takaoka is actually increasing the amount of my citizens very much. I think it just increased by a couple of thousands. Not too many, not as much as in the last episode when suddenly 10,000, almost 10,000 new citizens came into town, which was kind of a stretch. I think like office jobs, this seems to be all good, but we need definitely more residentials along the way just to ensure that we have enough workers in our city, in our town, to allow businesses to flourish. Yeah, people living here. So that's, I think, pretty much important for the next few episodes. So probably, like, you know, we focused on that area here. What I want to do in the next... Ooh! Hold on a second. That's painful. Wait a minute. I strongly believe, and this is what happens when you don't watch your... Oh, where is that coming from? The bus depot? But this added a lot of why did that get so bad here? Did the winds change? Or do we maybe have to... It's a mining area. Stone. They're producing stone here. So what I'm probably doing, just to get rid of the problem as quickly as possible, because I was wondering about really one thing. Why did my houses not bring enough industry and not enough people here? So I'm clearing out this space, absolutely. If that harms my citizens, it's not what I want here. It's absolutely not what I want. And what I also could do is move that thing from one of the last episodes, I guess. Okay, guys, I have an assumption. The milk thing here could be the problem, actually. But isn't that strange? Is really a milk thing so critical in like pollution and polluting things? Well, I'm trying to move it a little bit. And trying to replace that here so that it looks a bit better. Let me just see whether I can like maybe choose both of these here. Yeah, that's probably better. But could this really do such a harm to my area? I'm just wondering how things change over here. And how quickly? How quickly will this change? Or is it just the increase of efficiency increasing the pollution in my town? Then I need to definitely do something regarding my air pollution. I maybe need to get rid of some of the industrial stuff over there, build a better transition. But that here, okay, it gets bluer. That's concerning, because I know this is a beach stretch, man. Okay, that industrial zone. So sorry, guys. I'm trying something here. I'm getting rid of that industrial zone. Getting rid of some of these buildings here. The industries won't like it for sure. And regarding this here, I also want to get rid of that here. Sorry, guys. Again, you have to leave. And then I'm establishing maybe some Japanese low density businesses here. In that area. I think this shouldn't kill all of my commercial demand right away. This looks different now. That's a major issue, because I guess some people are leaving, well, not yet, but they are not happy about this for sure. Is it air pollution? Yeah, it is air pollution, definitely. Where is that coming from? Is it coming from over here? Maybe it's the industrial waste processing site. Shoot. So I'm going to relocate you to some other spot here. next to that road. And I won't fill this with industry yet. Now it gets even worse. What's happening here? Where is that coming from? Shifted to just over here. For what reason? Okay, that's being reduced now. Slowly getting better. Maybe I also gotta move the recycling center slightly. Gonna move that to that spot here. And hopefully things do change into something more positive here. Yeah, so that's getting way better. This was dark red. And I hope that this whole thing vanishes here pretty quickly. And then we need to do something about this area in general, like the next time, during the next episode. This here is quite fine. Let's have a look at the stuff above here. Farming, good. Yeah, so hopefully that gets better over time, because that's something I'll be struggling with for quite a while to get this solved. This may be my industrial harbor area, so maybe it's also time to get things moving in a while to a totally different area, because I can't keep building here, but it's getting less. I believe it looks less than previously, just a couple of minutes ago, but still this is concerning, quite concerning. That flows over there, this here. Dark red, that only produces. So I have to figure this out. How to change things here in this district. So I'll keep that for the next episode. Yeah, we're ending this 2 days episode, like episode 20, with a huge major issue here to my established residential zones. While we built out that stretch here, and I, on the one hand, really like the way how it turned out to be, but on the other hand, now I'm facing a totally different problem over here that I need to take care of more or less immediately. So guys, let me thank you for joining me today in today's episode again. I really appreciate you being here, watching my episodes one by one. And yeah, it's like as it is in every channel. Like I have a lot of viewers, but hardly anyone, just a tiny percentage of you are following me. And this means a lot to me if you would consider following me during my journey here on YouTube. So thank you very much in advance for clicking the like button, following me on this channel. I hope I can catch up with you at some point in time, and I hope I can keep you entertained. So thanks a lot, have a good one, and see you next time. Bye bye.